One of life's roller coasters, I'm gonna scream, singing my own songs, my only dream. Gotta work my way up, be whoever I like. If I only knew my future was so bright. Travel around the world and see.
Yellow.
You're on the wrong side.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, good evening, Ina. How are you?
I am.
Fair to middling.
I'm okay. I'm fine. Really.
Well, I'm quite excited for tonight. One, we got a great band on tonight, which is going to be absolutely amazing. Two, I've got a spinny chair.
That's excellent.
What a nice, comfy spinny chair.
Can you do it like clockwise?
Oh, I could do it clockwise, yeah.
Oh, that's impressive. Look at how many things you can do.
I could do a Zoolander too.
You're well trained.
Oh, the Magnum. The Magnum. I like this chair. It's going to get rather annoying now because I'm going to keep twisting left and right because it's a twisty chair. Anyway, hello everybody and welcome to Talking with Demons with myself and
the Greek sensation.
Christian goddess, Ina, who's bringing apparently the Greek sensation.
I am. I'm bringing it.
You're bringing it.
And do you know what day it is today?
No.
Yeah, you do.
It's
Liar.
Friday.
It's International Fairy Day, but also it's Bring Your Dog to Work Day, and that's why you're here.
Cheeky.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. We're off to a great show tonight. Whatever. Anyway, so hello everyone to the chat below. Thanks for tuning in. We got a great band for you guys tonight.
Yeah, we have.
Say it. Say it. I'm good. Where you are.
Yeah,
there you are.
Because
say
you
it.
couldn't say it properly last week.
I'll give you $10 if you can actually pronounce their names correctly.
But at least I can pronounce the band name correctly.
I can do it too.
But
anyway,
what we're going to do, ladies and gents, is we're going to bring on an absolutely amazing band that have been smashing it for the last couple of years, and they are tearing it up right now. So we're going to bring on a top quality hard rock heavy metal band called Feral Sun. Bring them on, boss. Evening,
hello,
guys. Hey, guys.
Hello, guys. Hey.
Made it. He's here. Happy days.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, how we doing?
How you doing?
We're great.
How you doing, Mick? Andrea?
Hi.
I don't have the R's, so apologies. And good evening, Jay. How we doing, gents?
Not too bad at all. Thank you very much. Being busy over here in the UK, but, you know, enjoying ourselves lots, which is great.
Yeah. So, Feral Sun, welcome to Talking with Demons. I don't know if you've seen the show before, but things get sometimes a little bit crazy. We go into rabbit holes. We like to have the human element of the band. We could do the normal interview stuff. She does all of that. I'm here for the comedy factor, I guess. But other than that, we'll be talking about yourselves. So, you know what? Introduce yourselves to the viewers.
Well, I'll go first because I'm at the back line. I am Jay. I'm the one hidden behind the cymbals. Jay Stevenson. I'm the one who can be at any height, 5'6", all the way through to 6'4", but no one knows my height because I'm always sitting down. I hit way too hard. And I love all forms of rock, metal, and just basically enjoying myself and getting out there and playing my drums because, you know, that's what it's all about, really. And hanging out with these crazy bunch of fools, you know, which is important. And the best thing ever, that's what that is, hanging out with these guys.
Aw.
Love.
Aw. I like that. That's so sweet.
Who's next, guys? Who's next?
I bet you can top that.
My name is Mark Husri, and I am the lead guitar player for Feral Sun. And I really like you guys to see the new to hear the new album, because we're working on new music and it's gonna be amazing. It sounds really good. It's very heavy and it's gonna be really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it about me.
Andrea?
Hi, I'm Andrea, and I'm the low deep note player in the band. So yeah, and I'm playing with these crazy guys like Jay, Mark, and Mick, and you're gonna see and hear something very new soon from us.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
And Mick,
We
where's
lost
Mick got to?
Mick.
When Mick comes
We
back,
lost
we'll
Mick.
catch up with him. But Luna, no, I didn't forget my booster seat. I thought I'd be this low today because I'm feeling lethargic.
Look at you with all those difficult words. Which is
And Mick's
Greek,
back.
by the way.
There's Mickey's back.
There you go.
Hey,
Mick's back.
Mick.
Mick, tell us about yourself. Hit us. I don't think he's got sound. I don't think he's got sound yet. It's actually one of the quietest times right now. We should revel in this. We should revel in this because we hear his voice all day long, all rehearsals, all the time. It's quite nice to have a bit of.
So sort of
Mick, they try to sabotage you, but they can't. He's a vocalist. He can do whatever he wants.
Exactly.
He's the band, really.
He is the band. There you go.
So I'll put it in perspective. I don't play in a band. I have no understanding about the dynamics within a band. I listen to heavy metal. I listen to hard rock. That's where my passion lies, and that's where I come into it. However, Ina is she's the lead vocalist of a band.
Awesome.
The sole vocalist,
The
not
sole
lead.
vocalist.
I'm the one and only. I am the band, the alpha and omega.
Awesome. Awesome. You know, it is like, you know, being the band itself, as you well know, you know, we're getting on with our ages and we're still enjoying ourselves because it's what we live for, you know. It's, you know, lockdown for us, we didn't see each other for a little while and we're like, hey, let's become this production band. Let's just write tracks and record them and release them. And we're like, after a while, we're like, no, dude, let's get together. Let's actually rehearse. Let's get back out there and play again. Let's actually, you know, do what we always wanted to do from a kid. And that's actually play our instruments and, you know, make people smile and, you know, enjoy themselves when they come to watch us, listen to us, other bands itself, hang out with other people, drink some beer, you know, or don't drink beer if you don't drink beer anymore, etc., etc. But the whole thing about it was playing our instruments with other people because you can't beat that kind of feeling, can you? You know,
I love that drive and passion already. I mean, we're only 13 minutes in, and there's already that drive and passion, love between the band themselves already. Like, you know what? I can feel this, and I mean, your music resonates. I'm going to get to your music very, very shortly, anyway. And eventually, when your lead vocalist does turn up, hi, mate.
He's having technical issues, technical difficulties.
Yeah,
technical difficulties. There's been plenty of videos in the history called technical difficulties. I think you have one of those.
It's fine. We have this all the time because, you know, we're doing everything via StreamYard, YouTube, and all that kind of good thing. So we expect it all the time. But I mean, the good thing about this is we're able to actually start interviewing bands like yourselves from a distance from all over the world. It's absolutely amazing. And when we get to interview guys like yourself, like that, yeah, I mean, you know, is he back?
He's back.
There he is.
Yeah, Mick will be speaking behind your back about you.
Yeah, they did.
They were saying.
It's all good. I'm sure it's all good news.
Awesome. Mick, we've introduced ourselves. Why don't you introduce yourself, dude?
All right. I'm Mick Burns, vocalist and guitarist, rhythm guitar for Feral Sun. I do a lot of the songwriting. I'm based in London, south of London. Half Italian, half South African, mainly South African, but yeah. How are we all doing?
Living the dream.
Excellent.
I like the fact that you're South African because I like to learn swear words in every language.
It's true.
And I got taught. I don't know whether it's a you. Hopefully, you'll understand. Everybody else, hopefully, unless they're South African, won't understand it, which will be great because it's quite offensive. And I got taught by a South African military individual because they love to do this kind of stuff all the time. And what was it? Your massa blopus.
Yeah.
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 It's not a nice thing to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get it, but it still sounds dirty. So
Yeah.
It's rude. It's on the next level.
It's a good job. I think that we're actually on a rock and metal radio show that you said
True
that.
fact. No, and the good thing about our show is TWD. What we like to do is we like to, give it over to the band so you can talk about yourselves because it's all about you at the end of the day. And equally, if you want to swear, feel free.
Awesome. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
well, so before we introduce your music to our viewers, tell us a bit about you guys. How did you guys meet?
Oh man, wow. Mick was a starting person, and he said he's from South Africa. Mick came across from South Africa. I think he hit up Ireland first of all, and he came to the UK. He had his band with him, or part of his band with him. That's how I met him because I saw an advertisement, and I went across, and I went and auditioned for these guys originally. Many years ago now, showing our age. I walked into the studio. He had a pair of sunglasses on, was hungover. The other rhythm guitarist was hungover. They said, "Hey, drummer dude, it's raining outside. Set up over there." So I just set up over in the corner, and they just started playing this awesome ballad. I remember it called was it "Don't Even Try, Mick"?
Yeah. Well,
Don't Even Try. Just started playing. I never knew any of the songs. He just started playing this awesome song, "Don't Even Try," and he started playing it, and I just started playing along to it naturally, and we just played this song. And for me, that was it. I was like, bang, that was me. Oh, so that song was outrageous. It was so awesome. And I was playing along to it naturally, and it's like Mick turned around and says, "Yo, how can you play that song already?" You know what I mean? It's like the next thing you know, me and Mick have been together ever since. And that was some years ago, really. And that's what Mick's got the story, obviously, how the band originally started, because it started in South Africa originally in the grunge days. So, that's how I personally got involved with Feral Son, and from then I haven't looked back. Nice.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Mick?
And then I fast forward 2 more members. We ended up having to look for new members. Unfortunately, due to just members moving on, families growing, and moving away from London, which was sad at the time, especially we had just played with Puddle of Mud. We were just about to think about recording our second album, all the rest of it. But in hindsight, I think it probably was for the best, because if we had done that and then they realized actually they won't be able to go forward, we would have had a second album, not being able to really promote it, to be honest. So I think it all worked out for the best. And basically me and Jay just said, well, are we going to try this one more time and see if it's going to go forward? Because at that point we had no band. We had to drop the management we were on, which were really decent as well. And it was a shame to let them go, but we had no band. And then a couple of months later, I had a few guys come and go. And then both Andrea and Mark sort of came at the same time. We were going to audition them one at a time. And I just said to Jay, I said, well, why don't we just bring them in all together and we just see how it goes? Because if it works, we don't have to waste another rehearsal or another time for them to come in, and then a third time with the whole band. So we just thought, well, let's go. And I think Andrea's face was a little bit surprised when he saw Mark walk in. But I think we can all agree on the fact that we started playing the songs. They not only had the 3 songs ready that we asked them to get, they knew 3 or 4 more from the album. And it was like literally after that first session that we just looked at each other and said, if you're happy, we're happy. This is Feral Son. This is the band. And then we went out for 5 minutes, came back in, and it was like, that was it. There was no turning back from that point.
No, it was awesome. It was awesome from the moment go. You know what I mean? The you know, for myself, being with for so many years, the structure which Andrea's got on his bass, you know what I mean, the sound which is created and the tightness that he had, and be able to learn the songs how he did, you know, the Mark following the tradition of being absolutely crazy on a lead guitar. Being a lead guitarist is meant to be a bit loose around the corners, you know what I mean, and be able to nail the things that he nailed. It was like a no-brainer, really. And, you know, the guy's personalities, we all just got on straight away, which is the most important thing. Because if you're going to get on the road, if you're going to hang out together, you're going to the studio, you're going to do all these things together as a band, you know what I mean? You got to be able to, you know, deal with each other's shit, really, don't you? You know what I mean? Which is important, and deal with people's personalities, which is the hardest thing, I think. In, you know, everyone's been in bands where the personalities haven't worked, and that's been the reason why the band hasn't got on, you know. But not that they can't play the instrument or it doesn't work out that side, but personalities. So getting together as a band, I think, is really important. You know, you've heard the historic stories beforehand of other bands that just don't rock, don't get on at all, and they're only in it now purely for that professional money side. But for us, it was really important to ensure that we can hang out. You know what I mean? Can actually hang out together, you know, can actually have a drink, can actually get on the road together, can actually gig, can actually have a giggle, you know, can take the piss out of each other, can moan at each other, can, you know, can complain about things, can say that you didn't do that right without people falling off the back of the horse and having thrown things at the pram just because you haven't done something right. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it's important, really important. Yeah. And that's what we can do, which is great. We're growing as humans and understand each other's personality even more, so we can actually go, you know, laugh at each other and make mistakes instead of actually giving each other shit, and actually understand that happens in life. And, you know, when we're doing things, it's like, you know, we then understand the importance of getting certain things right, because it's got to be right nowadays, you know. Gone are the days of the rock and roll, everything can be loose and drink JD on stage at the same time. Nowadays, everyone's doing it so well. You got to be, you know, nailing it. So it's important that we got someone like Andrea who's like going, no, that's actually a B flat, guys. No, that's actually a C. J, no, it's snare then kick, not kick. You know what I mean? It's important that we got that, you know, and you can deal with that nowadays. You know?
Also the good things in the band also that each one of us has different style of music, and sometimes like we really want to focus to make it be one unit, and you know, we put all our styles in one songs. It's amazing after that how you see the songs going. We enjoy too much working together like that, and
yeah,
the result is amazing also.
Excellent. I think it's a perfect time to introduce your music to the viewers, and we'll come back and discuss about this track. And let's go with your April Fool's song, Save Yourself.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Hit it, boss.
Where Forever May Fall, and you're watching Inner Demon Media.
You're wrong. You can't be my friend. You bring all your nothing. I can't be your friend. Your ghost, it brings me to my knees. All your pain and suffering, I can't be your friend. Now you can take me down. You can take me down. You can save yourself again. Go and take this time. Go and save yourself again. No matter you wrong, I need it. You go ahead and defeat me. I couldn't stand but believe you this time. You go and take me down. You can save yourself again. Go and take this time. Go and save yourself
What an awesome track, gents.
Beautiful song.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
absolutely amazing.
And now it's your time. It's time to tell us about this song. Tell us. We need the backstory, the meaningful lyrics. We need to know.
Go on,
Tell
Mick,
us.
it's all you, Mick. Go on, brother. So
Make me look
we do
confused.
like a ballad. We are a hard rock band, and every good album needs a ballad, obviously, which to go on there as well. We on our other album we had Breathe, and this one Save Yourself. Mix microphone back on now. Maybe I have to explain a bit more. We every time we get into the studio to write something, it's not always gonna be come on, have it. You know what I mean? So and Mick goes, hey man, how about this song? How about this track right here? And this is where we bring in like the musicians like Andrea and Mark who come in and went, hey, you can add this kind of feel into the album as well. And then Mick's got the backstory concerning where the lyrics comes from, really. So Mick, you got your microphone back on? Then we lost him slightly again, his microphone.
We're losing everyone.
Yeah. Please don't go.
No, don't go, Mick. Can you guys unmute him? Is he muted?
I think he might have to do it himself.
Mute himself.
Maybe.
But yeah, so and Mick really for me. For me, Mick, when it comes down to the songs, I listen to the Mick's voice. I play along to Mick because for me it's so melodic and how he sings. So when he comes in with ideas about the songs that he wants to create, we've all had our own upsets in time. Being a typical songwriter, he writes from the heart. So when it's actually from something which has happened within his life, something happened within the world itself, if you listen to the old album, there's tracks like People Are Dying, there's Breathe, there's all sorts of different tracks, Evacuate. There's all reasons behind the titles and behind why the songs were written in that kind of way, And if we had millions of bucks, we would have actually created some ridiculous videos to represent what the actual tracks actually meant as well from that other album too. And even for these new tracks now, what we're writing now as a band, to create the videos which the songs actually deserve would be phenomenal because we've got some great meanings behind what we are writing, the reason why we call these songs. Save Yourself is about something deeper, Blame is about something deep. It's not just like an awesome track. You know what I mean? It's about something. And then Mick is the man with the backstories concerning the lyrics, and I hit the tubs. You know what I mean? That's me. I tried to do a bit of backing vocals one time, and it was when I was off stage one time, and someone said to me, "Jay, no." Right, yeah, no, dude.
I mean, for me, what I love is the diversity within the songs. Like you said, you've got ballads on each of the albums, and then you've got the hard hitting stuff where you're like, yeah, you know what? I've just been taken up another level. This is absolutely awesome. But you can go back and there's that song structure like that. Oh, there's some feeling here.
Exactly.
I'm starting to feel a little bit of warmth in that black thing right there.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So Mick, I think Mick's back. Mick, give us a bit more of a backstory concerning Save Yourself. Go on, Mick.
Right, so Save Yourself basically is the relationship. It's a strange one. I don't generally want to give out like the meaning to songs. I like to have people work it out into their own life, into their own meaning. But the ballads, I think, were different for me, especially for Breathe. It was written for my mom who passed away from cancer. And my relationship with depression from my childhood upbringing, losing my parents within 3 months, all of that. So Save Yourself is sort of like, a couple of years later, spin-off of all experience and all that. But it wasn't just about my personal experience. It was also about, there's a lot of suicide going on, especially throughout the pandemic, people struggling. And then the big note hit when Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington passed away, sadly. And a lot of that was due to depression. And, it's always the guys that you see smiling, the biggest smiles, So I just thought, no, I had to put that into a song. I thought, well, use my experience that I've got the feeling behind it. And then two vocalists, especially Chris Cornell, musician, vocalist, one of my biggest inspirations. I just thought it would be like a tribute to him. Not that I could ever match. He was a legend, obviously. But yeah, the song is mainly around that. And the meaning I tried to put forward when we released it was to say that, there's always somebody willing to listen. And there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I know it's a cliche saying that, but it is very true, because I went through it myself. I went through very dark stages, and I'm glad to have seen that light. And got this band together again, and we creating music that hopefully makes people smile and stirs up emotions and all the rest of it. Because there's a song for every moment, I think.
No, I completely agree. And you mentioned, the passing of the legends like Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell. And right now, within we don't like going too deep, but I think you've hit on something there, and it's perfect. There's a big endemic at the minute, especially within men, struggling to open themselves up, ready for listening. We like to keep everything inside. We've all had issues. There's no doubts about it. But the key is to talk to someone. That is probably the biggest thing. Yeah. There is someone out there that can listen to you, even if it's your mate. I mean,
absolutely.
I'd hope that you Mark and Jay and Andrea would tell you to stop drinking that 0% Heineken.
I know.
All levels.
100%.
Thank you. I told him over and over again, it's no good for his health.
Look, I mean? It will only mean that I'm going to write another good ballad, right? Hopefully.
There you go.
Because you're missing out on the good stuff.
Yeah, but it also stops him stage diving and forgetting he's actually playing the song. So
6 and 2 3s, 6 and 2 3s.
You know what I mean? So we go with the 0% at the moment. It's working well, so we'll go with that. No, but as you said, really, for guys, I think it is. I think we're old enough now to say, everyone's gone through shit in their life. And Mick is great at like bringing that out in a song. And going, hey guys, this is what goes on. Translate it to yourself, and you use it for what you require in your life itself. Really, and that's what we want. Specifically our ballads to do is kind of go. People to that's the ones you can really tune into the lyrics and go, hey, this touches me in some kind of way. This helps me in some kind of way, because we all know that a lot of people, many people in the world use music as their therapy, and if any of our songs can assist people in their therapy, for us that's great, because we're just being true to ourselves, and maybe people say, hey, I'm happy and everyone's great, but actually everyone goes through crap.
And
So
I
if our
guess
songs can assist, then great,
yeah.
amazing.
I mean, I guess for you guys, it's also a cathartic release as well. Getting those emotions out on paper and actually playing it as well. Not only to the fans that are, you can feel that energy, you can feel what it means. And like you said, music is a tangible object. You can place part of your life to music. There's always a song to something that's happened in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, for me, I love music, and music is my release. It's a very big release in my life, and I love listening to black and death metal because, well, someone else is screaming, therefore I don't have to do it. So that's for me. But I guess it's like for you guys, it's a massive cathartic release.
Yeah.
Yes. And for me, an energetic release.
Yeah, you get pounded.
Apart from the ballads, the rest of it is an energetic release. I mean, I need to burn a lot of energy, and we play at some pace, and I'm happy that actually I can use my energy in the songs. You know what I mean?
So since we're kind of on the subject, what are your inspirations and influences individually?
Do you want to start, Andrea?
I can say it's coming from Black Sabbath for me. So from 70s, let's say, Black Sabbath mainly, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, all those stuff. Yeah, so I'm a massive fan of Black Sabbath. And obviously, because I live in the 90s, grunge like Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, all the stuff.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, all good stuff.
Excellent. Mark?
Well, me, I'm more like 80s style. I like very 80s, like Ronnie James Dio. I love this kind of style, but also I like heavy stuff like Pantera. I love stuff like thrash metal, and some black metal too. I love some black metal. Yeah.
Man, for
Mick?
me, Mick, go hit it, Mick.
Well, for me, growing up, thanks to my brother, he got me into things like Pink Floyd, Queen, all that kind of stuff. But then once I broke into, I think same at the 90s with the grunge movement, you had all the other ones. You had Alice in Chains, Stone Temple Pilots, obviously Pearl Jam, Soundgarden. But then there was loads more that followed from that. You had Drowning Pool and Stained and all the rest of the bands, the post-grunge, and Seether, who were Sarin Gas in South Africa at the time that we were just starting out over there. I got to watch them playing in a little room, probably the size of my lounge, and to see them get to where they are now, it's amazing. But yeah, I think it's more the 90s things. But I do have a lot from my upbringing with all the Pink Floyds and the Queen and various other music. I've got quite a wide thing there. I was listening to REM when I was younger, and then all of a sudden, all the way through to like Slipknot and Korn and all the rest of it. So, but yeah, mainly the grunge, I think, was the main influence.
I mean, someone has to like
that. Well, for me, it was, I say, Living Colour was really important to me. Living Colour was really important because when I was a kid playing drums, and before the internet really took off, and I heard this one track, it's really chilled, like but groovy track, Love Rears Up Its Ugly Head by Living Colour. I was playing drums along to it in my loft, and then a year later, I opened up, I think it was Rhythm Magazine, which is a drum magazine, and I saw that Living Colour was a black rock band. I was like, I was like, snap. I'm allowed to be a rocker, you know, because I'm from the age of actually meant playing funk and groove and stuff. And I'd like to be a rock and roll, especially in the UK, in Birmingham, where I'm from as well. You know, so yes, that was really important stage for me. And then I went through, you know, the grunge years, same as Mick, you know, a lot of Nirvana, a lot of the grunge years and Stain, and you know, all the bands which Mick loved, which is why when we got together, we just named off all the real of the same bands. And you know, now I do stay quite up to date because of my drumming side of things. You know, I do like my quite metal, some of it rap metal sometimes. I'm a Carnival fan from Australia. I like Straight from the Path, which I like, you know, amazing. They're one of my favorite bands ever. You know, Straight from the Path, amazing. You know, so I vary between the bands. I like some instrumental metal bands, which are superb as well, because you can really hear the intricacy within the musicianship, which is really important. But basically anything that really rocks, you know, for me, if it's got good riffs and great beats, you know, and, you know, awesome vocals, where it's metal, where it's scream, where it's singing, then I'll definitely put it in my ears.
Excellent.
Great. I mean,
should we? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Oh, Mick's having issues again, but yeah, you know, such a diverse range of music. You know, coming from the 70s, you got the Sabbaths, which you know come from Birmingham as well, because we all know Birmingham is the home of heavy metal. True fact. Exactly. And then you got the likes of Ronnie James Dio as well, and he was one of my favourite vocalists of all times. I love it. I mean, I was never really a fan of anything to do with the 90s grunge scene. It didn't really flick for me. At that point in time, I was more of a Megadeth fan because, well, it's Dave Mustaine, and he can wail on that guitar, man.
Yeah.
That man is a legend. But yeah, it's nice to see the diverse range of, and it's almost a commonality amongst yourselves as well. So you've got that common feeling where you can take, well, okay, we'll play a little bit of this, play a bit of that, and do some magic.
Yeah, it is awesome. You know, like I love drum and bass as well. I love hip hop. I love, you know, I play to all sorts of different things. So you should think.
Sorry, I was just a little bit sick.
Yeah, but I love it all because for me it's just dirty. Anything big and fat and dirty. You know what I mean? If you get people rocking. You know what I mean? Like, you know, for me, because the thing about drum and bass is 172 to 192 kind of speed. You know, that's fast. That 16th note, that 32nd note, that's me learning how to play kick drum, double kick at that speed. You know, so you know, for me to train to that was perfect. You know,
I mean, you could just listen to some beautiful Black and Death metal because they've got exactly the same. You're listening to like Behemoth or Cradle of Filth, you know, like
yeah, I hear you. Cradle of Filth, I do love them guys. Amazing band, yes, I do like them. You know what I mean? But you know, the you know, I could deal with it for a while. You know.
So, what do you guys say? Should we move on to our next track for the night?
Yeah.
And give Mick some time to jump right in?
Yep.
We go for it.
So, yeah, let's move on to Blame.
Yeah.
Evening, everyone. Dean from King Voodoo, and you're watching Talking with Demons. Be more voodoo.
Oh boy, you put the best
Damn, what a track. Now, for me, gents, that was beautiful. So, when I listen to songs, I like to, that there's certain things that, you can pick from and you can hear other bands and influences in. And I heard effectively a little bit of Matchbox 20, a little bit old school, a little bit of Three Doors Down and Seven Dust all mixed into that. And it was just beautiful. I mean, the track itself was amazing. And yeah, hats off, gents. Hats off.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I think
you.
you hit that. I think they hit the nail on the head there, because what happens is when we write a song, and now having Andrea and Mark as well with us guys who bring different influences again, I think it's like, Mick goes, "Hey guys, I've got this song here." He plays it on his acoustic and comes in and we go, "That's awesome." Or he plays a riff, and like any other band, sometimes the riff turns that one night, that one riff can turn into a whole song written in one night. And sometimes it takes ages to kind of brew. But we all bring those, as we've mentioned many times, all different influences that we've got. Like you said, there, Three Doors Down. You said different bands, etc. Which actually you can hear these different sounds in there. And I think it's just like a natural thing. Mixed rhythm will create a sound which may well across the board be. It sounds like that kind of sound. Andrea's bass may well sound like a particular Deftones or a particular kind of bass, a particular sound. You know what I mean? Mark solos will sound, and that's the influences that we've somehow subconsciously got within our own blood and created, and then bled into it. It's you won't be able to get rid of Mark's metalness. You know what I mean? His hair swinging metalness. You know what I mean? You won't be able to, that's going to be bled into it. My groove will always be there. You know what I mean? No matter what, it won't be a straight metal groove, will never be. Mixed songwriting, melodic feel will always be part of it all. I think that's what creates Feral Sun's sound is that really. So when people say, "Oh, you sound like so and so," or "You sound like so and so," they won't ever be able to say you sound like one particular band. They'll have to list 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7 different bands, because actually that's the influences that we created. Created our sound. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's beautiful, and I've got to say, Mark, I am extremely jealous of your hair.
Me too.
Me and Jay have a follic issue.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. There you go.
So, I mean, I don't know about you, Jay, but I like to say that my hair is proceeding backwards as opposed to receding.
I say this is a choice rather than actually
not a choice. Genetics.
This is a choice. I shave it every day. It's a choice. That's what I do. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, let's talk about the song "Blame." I mean, absolutely brilliant track, anyway. And the viewers out there were saying it absolutely awesome. So, what's the story behind "Blame"?
Right. I guess I'll get onto that one. Funny enough, it's actually a song that was around before we even wrote our Evacuate album. Not in what you've heard there now. It was definitely more grungy. It had a much longer intro, you name it. But it sort of just was one of these songs that we thought was never going to get recorded. And when we got Andrea and Mark into the band and we started thinking about new songs, we were like, you know what, let's try it out. If you like it, see where it goes and see what they can bring to the song and see if we can rework it. And immediately, I think we all went, okay, you like the song, they like the song, and we're like, let's see how it goes. To then get it to the point of what you heard there now, and get that great video along with it. It's another strong meaning behind it. Obviously, you can see from the video, it's got a lot to do with domestic violence, and there's a lot of that going around. So, I guess not all our songs are quite so sort of like you'd say depressing and all that, or to a very deep point. But those are songs that have been around and are about those subjects, which maybe some bands don't want to touch on, but we have, and I think it's put it out there. And again, maybe somebody can relate to it, and some people can take it on board and uplift them a bit. We ended up. It was crazy. I mean, it took us a while to get going. We ended up playing 1 or 2 gigs, and then the pandemic hit, and we were like, "You serious? What the hell?" And we just literally we said, you know what? Let's just release the song. It might just bring a bit of positivity. And this was in the first sort of lockdowns, and the scary time where people were unsure about everything, and we just thought it doesn't matter. We're just gonna literally give it away, but hope that it sort of gives people something. Also that we've been away for so long and promising that we're going to release something new, we were like, right, we can't not release it now. We're just going to do it. But yeah, I'm glad we finally got around to releasing it, because it's a really big tune.
It's a great track. It really is.
It is. It's amazing.
Thank you.
So what does the future hold for you guys?
We're literally writing tracks at the moment. We're literally writing. We went and started recording a new track over the last few weekends. I went in first, recorded a new track, and the drums. Andrea, our ninja engineer, as well as a bassist, has got himself a studio now. So we can take things to the next level, guys. Which means we're kind of every band's dream, really, having somebody in the band who's actually a professional at recording as well, and is actually interested in doing it. And down for doing it, and actually wants to make it sound even better. And that's our basis. I'll give a round of applause. Our basis. I've got my whole phone, so one-handed applause right here.
We'll do it for you.
There you go. For wanting to actually take it on, and actually get us move it forward, because during the pandemic, when we turned ourselves into a bit of a production band, between Andrea and Mick, they were able to start writing songs and start thinking about how we become a production band and just releasing tracks, and and then producing the drums, and agreeing with myself the patterns that would be created, etc. But we wouldn't necessarily have to record them. We could do them, because today's age you can digitize everything. But then that's assisted Andrea thinking, well, let's just do this as a live band. Let's record properly. So now he's got his studio space, which is amazing. We can now record. We can get in there and we can record. We can record. I think over the next couple of years, we just keep cranking more, like every band does. Some bands have the opportunity to just keep turning out music every single year. We haven't had that opportunity, and I think over the coming years, we will start to be able to increase the fluidity of actually how often our music turns out now, because of having what we've got, and hopefully people hear more, and hopefully get more opportunities, and But yeah, we're writing more. We are recording more. We plan to release more. We plan to gig more. All of the above and more. I'll say more, a bit more.
Speaking of gigging, so there's normally 2 questions I ask.
I know what's coming up, so
she knows what's coming. But since you mentioned gigging, the world's opened up a lot more now, which is great. Which means bands like yourselves can get yourselves out there, putting your music out to the listeners, and giving your love, and then they can share their love. Now, you guys are London, yeah? So about 62 miles away from where I live currently. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So when are you guys coming down to Salisbury?
Salisbury?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't gig in Salisbury.
No. That's the wrong answer, Jay. That's the wrong answer.
Hold on. We did gig Salisbury, Jay.
We did. Have we done that?
Yeah, we actually it was one of the last stops we played with Skindred. At the hall, wasn't it? I can't remember what the hall was.
That big hall in Salisbury. Yeah, that's our last stop.
Yeah. I don't remember a great deal, because I was there because I was extremely drunk.
We actually opened up the Skindred that night. Yeah, that was us. So we opened up. It was us, and then who else? Mick? Who was the second band? Mick? Who was the second band? Akemia.
Like I said, gents, I don't remember a great deal.
Yeah. So yes, we've done Salisbury, and Salisbury's great actually. And to come back, for you to put our name up to come back to that hall again and do something else in Salisbury, then let us know.
Well, I've got accommodation for you.
Amazing.
Because behind that wall is mine.
Don't do it. It's a trap. It's
not a trap.
It's a trap.
Top beds. It's fully sanitized.
It's a slaughterhouse. Don't do it.
You're more than welcome to stay. Now,
it's a sex dungeon.
It's not a sex dungeon.
It is.
Mark,
The other selling
I'm
point
in.
is
it?
happy days. The other selling point is, gents, I've got a pub 200 meters down the road.
Less beer.
Cheers, boss. Thanks for that.
Because that's for Mick. There you go. I mean, I'm okay.
I mean,
I'm
I'll just take Mick then. That's fine. Mick, me and you can share the room next door. I mean, I'll give you the room next door. If it gets cold, we can hug.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
No, really, for 2023, you know, at the end of this year, we've got a few nice things all lined up now for the end of this year, which is great. You know, and now we're kind of, you know, we're back in the studio, the rehearsal space on a week-to-week basis at the moment. It feels good. It's been a couple of years of that pandemic, which has slowed things down and changed people's ways of rehearsing, recording, getting together as a unit. You know, it really has separated, I think, the super bands who have fortunately got the money, who are able to still keep on going, doing what they're doing, to those of us who are maybe on the edge slightly, and maybe still are now older, still working, mortgages, that kind of drive, and next, you know, other things take priority. To be able to have that strength to come back and be back in the studio rehearsing on a week-to-week basis, one, it makes us all happy, but two, it gives us a bit of a drive towards 2023 to, you know, because as you well know in the industry, it's not just like, hey, book a gig you're playing next week, it's book a gig you're playing next March. You know what I mean? So, you know, get a drivers now to kind of, you know, get 2023 on the go and get a lot more venues booking us up, get on some more tours again. And, you know, and by then we should have a few more singles out, if not the album ready to rock and roll. And so it's all looking forward to the next year now, 2023, rather than, you know, 2022 is here, it's summertime. We've got nice things at the end of the year coming now, which is great. A few festivals, couple gigs lined up, but, you know, it's now 2023. Look forward, which is, if you're thinking that way, then it means we've still got more Feral Sun to come in the future.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, since nobody's talking, I'll take the mic. We should talk a little bit about your last track for the night, because once we play it, we won't come back. So we should talk a little bit about Stand Up.
Yes.
Tell me the backstory. I need to know.
Well, the start of it, I'm going to admit, the start of it was quite drum and bassy to start off with. And then actually it rocked out. But no, it's Stand Up was one of my favourites. It's one of my favourite tracks. I love the speed of it. I love the energy that Mark brought to it. You know, the drops that Andrea brought to it myself. You know, the power which Mick brings into it as well. And, you know, we try our hardest in recording to bring out everything that we do live, but it never really represents. When these songs play live, people are like, oh, it's a lot more powerful than the recording, you know what I mean? And power and beefy and fat is what we go with. And for me, Stand Up is just like, you know, it's amazing for me. I have so much fun playing that song. When Mark starts that lick, for me, that's it. It's ready to go.
Yeah, I've listened to the song actually, so it's so much different than what we listened already today. So yeah, you're in for a treat, guys. I'm talking to you, all viewers. What is it,
Go
Jace?
there, you know, there's one more important question.
I know.
There's one more important question. The most important
Ask away.
question of your life, gentlemen. Are you ready?
Brace yourselves.
Brace yourself. I ask everyone the same question. There is a right answer and everything else is wrong. So, gentlemen, pin your ears back. Get ready. What is your favorite flavor crayon?
Favorite flavor crayon?
If you could actually eat it, because Jace apparently does.
They've got a flavor. Stunned silence. We've never had stunned silence before.
Yeah, we lost them. They're not coming back.
Like, yeah,
favorite flavor crayon.
Yeah, we made a good impression up until now, and now they're
there is. I've had a few interviews in my life. That's one of the best questions I've ever had in my life. To tell you the truth,
Yeah,
I'm gonna give an answer. I'm gonna give an answer. All right, I'm gonna say black.
Crayon.
Nice.
Yep. Next. Andrea, what's your favorite flavor crayon?
I don't know. What a question.
Let's assign a flavor to a color and be like, what
talking about
blue would taste like.
You're talking about the pasta maestro right here. You know what I mean? Asked about eating a crayon. It's sacrilege. It's sacrilege, people.
If Jay said black, I would say red.
Correct.
Yeah, because there is a correct answer, and that this is it.
Mark, what's yours?
Me?
Yeah.
Green for you, Mark.
Green. Yeah.
Green, of course, it's got to be green.
All right. This is my color.
And then finally, Mick.
Seeing the Italian colors are in there, I'll go with white. Wrong.
What a lovely mix of crayons we've got.
Yeah.
I can't believe. See that I asked
All
that
different
question
colors.
to every band. I asked that question to every band, and we've never had stunned silence before.
Yeah, because we're surprised. We're taken by surprise. We're like, what the hell?
It is the most important question to ever be asked, though. I mean, we can talk about the band. You know, the band's great, but people want to know, what is your favorite flavor crayon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we know. Now the viewers know. They know what Feral Son likes to eat when they open a pack of Crayola.
Yeah, it's true.
Like we said at the beginning, I'd bring the weird.
Yeah, he does. So before we sign off, is there anything you would like to shamelessly plug?
Yeah, we've got talking about gigs before we got onto Crayola. We've got Hammerdown Festival coming up on the 6th of August down in Worthing, which is luckily not too far from us. And yeah, we're looking forward to it. It looks like it's the tickets are going and they're selling, where people are still like a bit worried about festivals not going ahead and all that. This one is definitely going ahead. They've got a warm-up show that's going on tonight actually, and I've just seen the picture and it's sold out. So that's quite good news, and we're looking forward to getting back on the stage again. Yeah, other than that, just keep getting back onto our pages, follow us on Instagram, you know, just keep following us and seeing what we got coming up next. We've got new singles coming soon. Hopefully get some more gigs and festivals lined up. So yeah, and also thank you so much to everybody that's listening, and all the sports and all the patience that you've had over the years. We know that we've had a few times where we've gone quiet and then come back and gone quiet again, and then we had the pandemic, as we spoke about. But there's always those loyal followers, and the fact that we're still around means that there's something coming. And you know, as we always say, the sun is going to shine again, and it surely is. And I feel really, really good about it. I don't know why. Just like, you know, when you know there's something around the corner. I'm feeling that, and it's feeling good. And every time we meet up, it just feels stronger. So, yeah, thank you so much to all our supporters, and we'll see you on the road.
And it's Feral Son everywhere, literally / Feral Son everywhere.
From what I've heard tonight, I'm sorry, Jase. From what I've heard tonight, I was gonna say, let me talk. I'm a lady. Let me talk, please.
Fine.
Okay. From what I've heard tonight, I just want to say that I believe that you guys do this for the right reason, which is the most important of all. So I just want to say that it was really nice meeting you, and I really admire each and every one of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And something I missed off there, I'd like to say thank you to you guys for having us on the show. Absolute pleasure. It's always nice to meet new people as well, even if it is online. It's great, and hopefully we get to meet in person, Salisbury, and maybe even in Greece. You never know.
Yeah,
There
come to
you go.
Queens.
Yeah, really important. And all support is really, really appreciated. We don't take anything for granted. You know, all support is appreciated. So thank you very much to everybody out there who supports us. The smallest amount, the one listen, the one little purchase, the one like tell, hey, check this out by my friends, listen to these guys. You know, every bit of support is very much appreciated. You know, we're just trying to do our thing and have a good time.
And you guys just irradiate positivity, and that's what I've learned over the last hour. That you guys are just so positive. There's so much love, and it's enough to put a little bit of blood back in that heart of mine. Not a lot, though. Just saying.
Not a lot. A small amount.
Just small.
Yeah. And what were you gonna say, Jace? Before I interrupted you?
No, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah,
that was it. So I guess it's time to say goodbye. So I want to thank our viewers for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much. This was Feral Sun. Stalk them on social media. Go
Please
stalk them. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
It
you.
was really nice meeting you.
Thank
And before we go, I would just like to say that all you viewers, tune in tomorrow because we got at 1 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. BST. We got House of Pain on yourdemonmedia.com/radio. Yes, with Boy Pain. And after that, we got at 5 p.m. EST, 10 p.m. BST, all new show with Sid and Bob. What the hell? And on Sunday, we got the Delinquents Ball with Sid Ryder and myself. And Everyday Magic with Elizabeth and Heather and Sid. So tune in because we got a fun weekend ahead. And we got the Devil's Mosh Pit. Fine. We got the Devil's Mosh Pit with Boy Pain. Okay. Him.
always forgets about me. Honestly.
It's bi-weekly. That's why. Bi-monthly. By something. Anyway. Enough is enough. Thank you guys once again for being here with us. It was a pleasure, honestly. Thank you to our viewers. Have a great night. We're going to sign off with Stand Up. Stalk them on social media.
/ Feral Sun.
Stay in the studio because we want to talk to you afterwards just to say our love and goodbye.
Yep. Stay put. Don't leave.
Don't leave.
Oh.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Ciao. Thank you.
Hey, this is Craig from Godlocker, and you're watching Talking with Demons.
Stand up, I will be free. I will be your generation. Based on greed, back down to your demise. While you create barren wastelands, feed my yard with stand up. Stand up. There's so many ways we fall apart until we look the other way. Inside the dark, I will depart in search of the light of day until we all stand up. The